from a walk run with Smudge, his second day having a walk around here. He's still a little bit scared of the wind, but he did very well, and I think he tracked us back to the house, so that was cool. And yeah, when he was very keen to get back to the house, when he was tracking us back, I thought we could do some running, so that was good fun, because I still really want to get back into my running more than I have been, so this is going to be a good habit to build with Smudge. But now I'm enjoying my Energize Me for Holiday tea, and it's a rose hip tea with hibiscus, apple, licorice, cinnamon and rose petals, and I love all of those things. I love rose hip tea and hibiscus tea. So day 4, here we go. So awesome. It's the Bombshells version. Oh, hello, here's Smudge. Hello. Oh, he's in a biting mood. Hang on, I'll be back. Okay. It's so cool. Okay, he seems occupied. Back to the awesome advent. It's so cool. It's the Bombshells version of Poison Ivy. So awesome. Love, love, love. So, okay, take 20 or 20 million. So Smudge is in a very playful mood and keeps biting me, so he's outside with a salmon skin. I am inside with this awesome Bombshells Poison Ivy pop. So cute. So the Bombshells range was some artwork released where they were done sort of burlesque style. So pretty. And this very cute doggy on a bike. Black swan necklace today. I love black swans. Despite the fact that when I was about 9 or so, we were at a lake where there were a lot of them, and one of them sort of, not quite charged us, but you know, drew up to great height and let us know what it was doing. But yes, I think they're beautiful. I am now going to head to work. Smudge has been a bit of a terror since we got back from the walk, so I'm trying to avoid, my ankles are trying to avoid him, more to the point. So I've got him chasing the sock. I'm going to make a coffee to take with me, and I'll see you a little bit later. So I'm doing some lunchtime knitting. I'm doing a 3-needle bind off of the rolled brim hat that I've been knitting. It's inside out for the bind off, so hence it's looking a bit funny. 3-needle bind off, nearly done. I think I did very nicely on gauging how much yarn I needed to have, because I just kept knitting until I thought it was time for the bind off. So pretty exact usage of the whole ball of yarn, so that's pretty exciting. Over here, even more exciting, is what the next hat is going to be. I bought quite a few skeins of this one. It's the Knit Picks Felici Firefighter, 2 shades of grey and red. It's very much my colours. I'm looking forward to casting this on, and then I'm also going to do a hat in socks for myself in this yarn. But for now, I'll just cast on another hat as soon as I finish this bind off. All done. So it just needs a blocking when I get home, and then it can go into the charity pile. And now time to cast on this beauty. And this project bag, while we're here, is from Mrs. Brown's Bags. I got this from Jodie in a podcaster swap a couple of years ago, and it was a Christmas in July swap, and this fabric has a print of a colourway called Jingle, so she said it was quite appropriate for Christmas, so a Christmas bag it is for me. Let's get casting on. I'm going to make a tofu stir-fry dish tonight. So I've got the tofu cooking first, and I'll pull that out and then start with the onion, garlic and the spices. So I'm using this one, the bush curry mix. It's from the bulk food store called The Source, and So I think it's got some Australian ingredients, hence the bush reference. But I don't actually know what's in it. It looks good though, nice and red. I think as well, I think it's probably paprika, which obviously isn't native to Australia, but there's other things in it. But I think they've gone with the red colour because a lot of Australia's deserts have that beautiful red sand. So yes, I'm looking forward to this. So the tofu's out. And we've got the onion and garlic sweating off. We've got a Smudge in the kitchen, hoping to scrounge food. You can't eat onions, darling, they're bad for doggies. And what I've got happening here, in this jar, I put the ends of onions, garlic, any of those sorts of things. And this has actually come out of the freezer. Can't really tell because it's quite warm today, so it's defrosted. There's some ginger at the bottom there. What I do with that is, any, I guess, usable offcuts, I put in a little jar and freeze, and then when I get quite a few, I make vegetable stock. So it's a good no waste way of doing that. In here, this is for the compost, so the outside of the onion was going bad, so I don't want to put that in the stock, so that's just going straight to the compost. But yeah, it's a great way. I didn't invent that idea. I think I heard about it from the Slow Home podcast, Low Tox Life podcast, and I know Kate from Conversations from Our Days. I know she talks about it as well. So yeah, it's a really, really good, cheap, well, essentially free way because it's food you've already bought. Otherwise you'd be throwing those out and you can make your own vegetable stock. Next to that, I've got everything going, I'm trying to get organised, is I'm going to make myself a chia pudding for tomorrow's breakfast. So I've got some hazelnut coconut milk because I don't do dairy. And then I've got the chia seeds, which are going to make, when you mix chia seeds with a liquid, it goes sort of pudding-like. If you can hear some drums, Damien has just started up the drum kit, so enjoy. Flax seeds will also give you a little bit of glugginess, I suppose, but that's more if they're ground down. So yeah, chia to sort of get the thickness, and then I add cinnamon because it gives it a nice taste. That's also a really good anti-inflammatory. Coconut, I've probably got some nuts somewhere, maybe some almond flakes. Beetroot latte has got dried beetroot with some other little bits and pieces. Kakadu plum is a native Australian plant. So we're having quite a native Australian plant evening with the bush curry as well. And it's incredibly high in vitamin C. It's quite tart, so I just mix a little bit in, and the cinnamon and the latte sort of smooth out that tartness so it's not too sour. But then you get a massive vitamin C hit as well as a bit of a nice flavour. So yes, I'm trying to get organised. I was originally way too tired, no spoons to cook, but I'm glad I've got up and I've found my second wind. And then while I'm waiting for different things to cook on the stove, I can make this chia pudding. Tomorrow, future Melinda will feel very organised when I can just reach into the fridge and stuff is ready to go. Spice mix is in, and I just added some red capsicum and get that going. I'm keeping with the red theme. I'm also going to serve this with sweet potato, so definitely keep with warm colours. You know how I do like a good colour match. And there's Smudge barking, but here's dinner. Tofu bush curry with mashed sweet potato. And I'll let Damien eat it now. Bon appetit!